Hello, my name is Paul and this is Missy, and together our channel is Posture Pilates. So today I'm going to do a mixed ability mat class. I'm going to do a beginner intermediate level and then I'm going to offer a more advanced level. Let's start sitting up on a block. I'm going to take a large block here, which could be a large book at home. I'm sitting onto the block and sitting up nice and tall through the lower spine. Let's start by engaging your pelvic floor muscle. So think of your pelvic floor muscle and lift and draw them up and then lower them down to about halfway. Imagine a belt around the waist and draw the belt into the second or third notch on your trousers. So the pelvic floor muscle is lifted and the belt is active, feeling the engagement of the transversus abdominis or the core muscles. Let's now look at the breathing. Take your hands onto the rib cage. You want to breathe into the sides and the back of the ribs. Try not to breathe up into your chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Again, inhale. Feel the ribs move up and out. And feel the rib cage draw down and in. With the hands by the sides, let's go for some lovely shoulder rolls. We bring the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Again, forward, up, back, down. One more in this direction. Reverse and back, up, forward, down. One more time. Raise the shoulders up towards the ears and then exhale, draw the shoulders down. Again, inhale up, exhale down. Last time. Find somewhere in the middle where you feel the shoulder blades resting down and back. Float your right arm up. Inhale. Let's go for a side bend. Breathing out. Keep both sides of the sit bones nice and grounded. Windmill change the arms. Inhale. Exhale over. Once more each side. Inhale. Exhale over. Bringing the hands by the sides. I'm going to interlace the fingers. I reach the hands up towards the ceiling, feeling as though I'm being pulled up towards the sky. And then I'm going to exhale as I round the spine and move it into flexion. Bring the arms out to the side. Interlace the fingers behind the back. And then just draw the shoulders down. Lift your chest bone up and reach the arms up behind you, feeling a nice stretch across the chest. Release. Take your right arm over. Draw the right ear over towards the shoulder. Extend the left arm out. Inhale. Exhale, draw the heel of the hand down towards the floor, feeling a stretch through the side of the neck. Inhale. Exhale, twist, turn and rotate and draw the head down in towards the armpit. Hold the stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arm. Gently let the head roll back to the center and then bring your eye line back up. Let's now go to the other side. Take your arm over and then draw the ear now over towards your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the heel of the hand down, feeling the stretch through the side of the neck. Take a breath in and then breathe out. Rotate the head and draw your head down in towards the armpit. Hold the stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll the head back through the center and bring the eye line back to the front. Roll down through the spine, finishing in the relaxed posture. Place a small block underneath your head, which could be either a book or a DVD case. Slide your arms out to the side with the palms facing downwards. One at a time, float the legs up into the tabletop knee position with the lower back imprinted. Visualize a clock face in front of you. As you exhale, allow the knees to come over to the right side to about 12 on the clock face. Inhale and exhale, return the hips back to the center. Inhale, exhale, come over to the left, 12. Inhale, exhale, return back to the center. Keep the rib cage and shoulder blades in contact with the mat. If you come too far over, you will feel them lift away. Perform 3 to 4 repetitions on each side. To increase the challenge, you could add a leg extension. Keeping the knees together, I extend the knee joint and exhale, return the hips back to the center with the leg extended. This could either be a straight leg or a slightly bent leg. Place the feet back to the mat one at a time before returning the lumbar spine back into a neutral placement. Remove the block and let's go to the shoulder bridges or hip rolls. I draw the feet slightly in towards the buttocks. Inhale, exhale, peel and roll up through the vertebral column one at a time. At the top of the shoulder bridge, take a breath in to the side of the ribs and exhale, segmentally roll down through the spine before returning the back to neutral. Aim to bring the pelvis up to create a nice ski slope position from the knee to the hip to the shoulders. However, be aware you don't open and flare the rib cage up and out. Progressing to an intermediate level, we're going to challenge the rib cage and shoulder placement. At the top of the bridge, inhale, float the arms over the alignment of the shoulders. Exhale, let the arms carry over, keeping the biceps in your peripheral vision. Inhale, and as you exhale, roll down through the spine, bringing the arms down in coordination with the spine. As you carry the arms over, be careful the shoulders don't ride up towards the ears. Think of the blades drawing down towards the mid-back. Let's transition to a classical Pilates exercise, the 100. Float the legs up into tabletop one at a time. Imprint the lumbar spine. Inhale, exhale, curl up through the center, floating the arms up in line with the hips. Beat the arms down. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. The beats should come from the shoulder joint and visualize pressing heavy bed springs down with your hands. You could increase the challenge by adding a double leg stretch, but only perform this if you are able to maintain a lumbar spinal imprint. Perform 10 repetitions, in other words, 100 beats of the arms down. To finish, bring the legs back to tabletop, add one final little curl up before lowering the head and shoulders back down to the mat. Bring the feet back down one at a time and return the spine to neutral. Moving to Swan Dive, roll over onto your stomach and position yourself through the center of the mat with the legs slightly wide and also turned out. With the hands set in front of the shoulders, press into the heel of the hand as you inhale and lift the spine into extension. Exhale, gently lower yourself back down, allowing the forehead and nose to come towards the mat.
Maintain a glute, buttock activation throughout the exercise. Think of the crown of the head as lengthening away as you lift up into the extension. Exhale, use the arms to lower yourself back down with control. Let's look at a more intermediate level, the controlled rock. Glide up into the extension. As you exhale, allow yourself to gently rock forward on the pelvis and abdomen. To achieve this, you have to keep the extensor muscles on, the back, the buttocks, and the hamstrings. If you wish to move to advanced, let's look at rock and catch. Inhale, lift up into the extension, and as you exhale, release the arms forward, rocking the torso back and forth before placing the hands back down. This is an extremely challenging exercise and should only be attempted once you have mastered the controlled rock. Press yourself back into the shell stretch with the hands resting by the feet, palms upwards. Roll up through the spine, finishing in a kneeling position. Let's go to side bend. Come on to one side, resting on the elbow. Bring yourself to the back edge of the mat with your heels in line with the buttocks. Imagine a wall behind you, and as you exhale, lift the hips up, sliding the buttocks up against the wall. For balance, you could start with the fingertips down in front of you. However, to add an extra stretch, allow the arm to come up and overhead as you lift the hips and then lower back down, synchronizing the arm with the hip movement. Perform 4 to 6 repetitions. Let's add thread the needle, open book. Exhale, rotate the chest down without the head dropping. Inhale, the arm comes up. Exhale, open the chest out towards the sky. Inhale, return the hand up to the ceiling before lowering the arm and the hip back to the floor. For a more advanced side bend, you could have the legs completely straight. Here I've positioned my top leg in front of the underneath leg. However, you could have the feet one on top of the other. Bring yourself sitting up tall on a block as we transition to soar. Extend the legs out in front of you with the ankles flexed and the legs open about 45 degrees. The arms float out to the side with the palms facing forward. Inhale, rotate the torso round to the right. As you exhale, flex forward, reaching your left arm over towards the right toes. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, return to the center. Inhale, rotate left. Exhale, flex forward. Left hand to right little toe. Inhale, restack through the spine. Exhale, return to the center. Keep both sit bones grounded throughout. Avoid lifting the opposite hip to go deeper into the hamstring stretch. Try to roll back up through the spine segmentally. To increase the challenge, you could add 3 further reaches forward with the arms. Avoid simply bouncing over the leg. Reach forward, reach further and further before rolling up segmentally through the spine. Let's go to side bend on the opposite side. Bring the elbow directly under the alignment of the shoulder and think of lifting the rib cage and the armpit upwards. Starting with the fingertips down, visualize the buttocks brushing up against the wall. Once you feel confident, bring the arm up and overhead. Try to keep the head and neck in line with the rest of the spine. As you thread the needle through, think of the shoulder blades as separating and parting, and as you open the chest out towards the sky, think of the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Inhale, exhale, lower the hips and arm back down together. Once more, you can challenge yourself further by having straight legs. This is very demanding on the shoulder and will require strong scapular shoulder blade stability. Let's go to rolling like a ball. Bring yourself slightly forward on the mat. Roll your sit bones underneath you and create a small lower back flexion. Float one leg up at a time with the toes hovering off the floor. To start with, we'll open the knees in line with the shoulders and slide the fingertips behind your knees. Round the upper back into flexion, and as you inhale, roll back to the shoulder blades. Exhale, return to balance just behind the sit bones. Avoid rolling too far onto the back of the neck, and as you return, avoid flattening the back and sitting up too tall. For a more advanced level, draw the knees together and slide the hands down towards the ankles. Keep your eye line between the thighs and try not to drift over to one side. Maintain rolling through the center of the mat. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, return to the balance. Place your hands down with the fingers facing outwards and the feet flat on the floor. As you exhale, press the hips straight up, aiming to hit a straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, straighten the right leg, keeping the knees in line. Inhale, return. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, replace. Once more on each leg. Inhale, and then exhale, gently lower the hips straight back down to the mat. Repeat a second time. As you extend the legs out, make sure that the hips don't drop. Try to maintain the pelvic lift from underneath by squeezing the glute and hamstring muscles. For a more intermediate level, this could be attempted with straight legs. Inhale, exhale, raise the foot up roughly in line with the abdomen or chest. And finally, the advanced level. This consists of 3 kicks as you exhale on the same leg. Inhale, replace the foot and switch to the left leg. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, replace the foot, exhale, lower the pelvis straight down to the mat. Transitioning to the oblique roll back, sit up tall with the arms out in front of you As you exhale, rotate your whole chest round to the right side and sweep the arm with you. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, roll back and rotate. Inhale, return, sitting up tall. To increase the challenge, place both hands behind the head with the elbows in the peripheral vision. This increases the weight challenge, so you might find you're not able to roll back quite as far. Moving on to swimming, bring yourself face down with the arms extended out in front of you, palms facing downwards, and the legs parallel and hip distance apart. Bring your pelvis and spine into neutral by thinking of drawing your tailbone underneath you. As you exhale, float your right arm and left leg up slightly. Inhale, replace. Exhale, float the left arm and right leg up. Inhale, replace. Alternating for up to 3 to 4 times. Try switching the legs halfway through 4 times. Exhale, 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 exhale. For a more intermediate level, start with already having both arms and legs hovered off the floor. As you perform the alternate switch, watch the body doesn't rock left and right. Keep the torso nice and still. And finally, the full swimming. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Watch the torso doesn't rock and maintain the lift of the arms and legs throughout. Perform the exercise for up to 4 to 5 full breaths before lowering down. To finish, press yourself back into the shell stretch before rolling up through the spine.
We hope you enjoyed the session today. If so, please consider liking, subscribing and ringing the bell to help us grow the channel and create more content such as this.